The Parliament Oak is a veteran tree situated in Sherwood Forest, and it's reputed to have been at the site for impromptu parliaments held by King John and Edward I. Now, Clipston was one of the oldest parks in England, being enclosed for hunting since before 1066, the Norman Conquest. And the Parliament Oak is thought to date from around this time, being a comparable age to the Major Oak, which has been estimated at 800 to 1,000 years plus. And in 1790, the Parliament Oak was measured at 28 feet 6 inches in circumference at a height of 1 metre, and it had a large hollow bowl within it, and it could accommodate 6 men apparently. So why does it look like 2 young trees have been planted in its place? Well, I think it's from what they call phoenix regeneration. So trees, by repeating themselves, they can revive even after they fall. Branches can become trees of their own. Roots in a hollow can become the source of a new tree. So like when you see a fallen tree, and it frequently tries to save itself by sprouting 1 or 2 more new trunks. At the beginning, these new trunks depend on the survival of the old root system, but eventually they may put down their own roots. So like a hollow tree may eventually be the source of its own instability, the cause of its falling. But roots may form inside the hollow, and by the time the old tree is unstable, a new tree may have formed from the inside out. Which I hope explains why the Parliament Oak looks like 2 younger trees. It's actually got the ancient root system of the original tree. In the early 2000s, the Parliament Oak was threatened by fly tipping and competing vegetation, but was subject to conservation work in 2008, and the tree was shortlisted for the 2017 Woodland Tree of the Year award, which shows vast improvement. And the tree stands around 1.5 miles from King John's Palace at Clipston. King John stayed at the palace, more of a hunting lodge, from around the time of his 1199 ascension to the throne for hunting at Clipston Park. The Parliament Oak has been described as relatively unknown when compared with the Major Oak. Which is virtually true, but it shouldn't be with all this history. Trees are just amazing.